Our next center combination will be tendus. So for this combination, our goal is to work on our facings, our directions. So we're going to begin by facing our quasi corner, so that left corner of our little square, and then we're going to end up facing en face, which means opposite or facing the audience. Then we're going to turn to face our other quasi, and then turn back to face our audience or en face. All right, so we're going to begin with our feet in first position, feet together. Make sure you're turning out from the hip and not the knee. And our combination will be 2 tendus en croix. And for each direction that we go, front side, back side, we're going to have a specific facing. So en croix, we begin going front. As we go front, we're going to face our quasi corner is that left corner of our room. So we're going to do 2 tendus to the front, going 1 and 2. Then as we go to the side, we're going to face en face and face the audience. So we're just going to rotate and do 2 tendus to the side, facing front. Then from here, as we do our 2 tendus to the back, we're going to continue turning and go to that other quasi corner to face that right corner and do 2 tendus back. And then for our last set of 2, we turn our body back to the center to face our audience and do 2 tendus to the side. Yeah, so we went quasi, en face, quasi, en face. That was our facings. And we want to make those very clear and make sure that there's a distinction between which way we're facing. We don't want to be somewhere in the middle. We want to make it nice and clear which way we're facing. All right, so as we do this, we're going to run through it. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips. We'll keep it nice and simple. And every time that we turn to face a different direction, you want to rotate by ever so slightly lifting your heels and then turning on the ball of the foot, okay? So we're not stepping to turn the other way. We're not like twisting or swiveling on our heels. We want the weight to be in the balls of our feet, and just ever so slightly lift those heels to turn and face that next direction. So that's going to be how we transition from one facing to another. So let's give it a try with counts, starting with that right foot going to the front. So we go front 1 and 2, turn to the space the front, side 3 and 4, other quasi, 2 to the back, 5 and 6, turn face to the side, 7 and 8. So nice and simple, that's our combination. And then from there, we'll just plie to finish, and then we'll restart the music to do it on the left. So as you do this, if you're familiar with tendus in the center, you're more than welcome to use your port-a-bras. And otherwise, you can keep your hands on your hips again to make sure that you're keeping those hips nice and level. So take a pick which arm you would like to use, your port-a-bras or keeping them on your hips, it's up to you. And let's give it a try on the right side, beginning with our feet in first. 6, 7, 8. We go front and 2, 3 and 4. En face as we go side. 7 and 8 to the back. Other quasi. 2, 3, 4. En face to the side. 6, 7, 8, and plie to finish. Let's give it a try on the left. 6, 7, 8. We go front and 2, 3 and 4. En face. 5, 6, 7, 8. Quasi to the back. 2, 3, 4. En face. Side. 6, 7 and 8. Plie. Our next combination, we will be working on our petite allegro, meaning small and fast. So we're going to begin with the glissade and jeté combination that we began working on last week. So to start off, we're going to begin with our right foot behind in 5th. So starting with that right foot in back, we begin with a plie. We take that right foot, brush it out like a dégagé. And then from there, we step, jump over onto it, and slide that left foot into 5th so that we end where we started. Yeah, so that was a glissade. So having that nice gliding motion. Plie, brush, jump, and close into 5th. Now, after we finish that glissade, plie, and fifth, we take that same foot, right foot, we brush it out again like we're going to repeat it. But instead of jumping over to it, we bring that leg to us to do our jeté. Yeah? So jeté, it's almost like we're switching the feet. So we were on our left foot, and now we're going to switch and be on our right foot, and our left foot ends in a coupe behind us. Yeah, so it's just like when we were doing our petit pas mas and we had that foot behind us, we have that same position here. So now we have our left foot behind, and we're going to repeat this going to the left. So I'm going to take my left foot that's behind me, I'm going to brush it out, jump on it, close fifth, and that was a glissade on the left. Then we begin our jeté on the left. We brush out that left foot, brush it out, and switch. And now my right foot is in back, and I'm ready to go to the right side again. So for this combination, we're going to be switching left or right and left, and doing a total of 8. So we're going to have glissade, jeté, that's 1, glissade, jeté, that's 2. So doing 8 of those, alternating right, left, right, left. So as you do this combination, you will want to make sure you are standing back a little bit because you will travel forward as you do it. So make sure you have a little bit of room to go forward. Same thing here for your arms. You're welcome to keep your hands on your hips for this one to help you just focus on the feet a little bit more and not have to think about your arm placement. But if you're already familiar with glissades and jetés, you're welcome to keep your arms in first, okay? So you take your pick, whichever one you're more comfortable with. So we're going to begin with our right foot behind in fifth. And let's do a practice round, just doing 4, going right side, and left side. So here we go. We'll have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Glissade and jeté. Left side, glissade, jeté. Right side, glissade, jeté. Left side, glissade, jeté. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing a total of 8. So let's give it a try with the right foot back in fifth, doing 8 glissades and jetés, moving forward with your hands in first or on your hips. 7, 8, glissade, jeté, glissade, jeté, right side, glissade, jeté, left, glissade, jeté, 4 more, glissade, jeté, point those feet, glissade, jeté, glissade, jeté, last one, glissade, jeté. All right, we're gonna move into some steps that will make us travel across the floor. So if you have the space to move in a straight line across your floor, you can. Otherwise, you can move in a circle along with me in case you don't have quite enough room. So the step that we're going to learn today is known as a soutenu, and it means sustained. So soutenu. To do a soutenu, it's kind of similar to a chaîné turn in the sense that you're turning around completely, but your feet are coming from a sous-sus position. So if you remember from our bar work, sous-sus means over under, and it's when you have your feet in fifth and you're in a releve, and those feet are right on top of each other. They're right next to each other, so there's no space. They're right next to each other. So we're basically going to be turning with our feet in a sous-sus. So how this looks is we're going to begin with our right foot in a tendu to the front, or tendu devant, and we're going to start by stepping out, by taking that right foot out to the side, and we're going to plie on the left foot, okay? So from here, I'm going to use this plie to push myself up onto my right leg, so now I'm in a releve, and immediately I'm going to close my left foot in front of the right, and then I'm going to unwind to face the front, and that's a that's a soutenu. So let's begin again with that right foot in the tendu front. We take it to the side and plie. We step together and unwind, yeah? So as you do this, you should end with that right foot in front, yeah? So it kind of switches. So that right foot is out, we take it side, We step left foot in front, and then as we unwind, my feet are staying in the same exact spot. Yeah, I end with my right foot in front again, and then I'm ready to lower down and tendu the right foot out to do it again. Yeah. So what's key about doing a soutenu is you want to keep everything nice and tight. You want to keep your core engaged to help you with your balance. You want to make sure those legs are straight as you're doing the soutenu. And you also want to keep those feet together. You want to keep them nice and close. So you don't want to overcross and then unwind and have a bunch of space between your feet. Yeah? For susu, as I said before, the feet have to be right next to each other. So you want to keep that in your soutenu turn. So as we do this, let's give it a try, going just in a linear fashion if you have the room. So I'm just gonna do 2 or 3 in a row, and we're gonna give it a try on the right side. So here we go. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, we plie, and soutenu, plie, and soutenu, plie, and soutenu. Yeah. So those are your soutenus. Let's give it a try doing the same thing on the left side. So I'm going to start with my left foot in a tendu. And here we go. We plie that right leg. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it out. Cross the right foot in front. Soutenu. And plie. Step on it. Soutenu. Plie. Step on it. Soutenu. Yeah. So those are our soutenus. They're pretty simple. You just want to make sure that initially you cross those feet, and then as you unwind, you'll find that your other foot ends up in front, which helps you be able to prepare for your next soutenu turn. So we're going to do this in a circle. As I said, if you have room to go in a straight line, go ahead and do that. But otherwise, you can begin sort of to the back of your space so that you have room to travel in a clockwise manner. So we're going to begin with our right foot front, and we're going to do some soutenus in a circle. And you're going to have 4 counts to do each soutenu. Excuse me, and we're going to do a total of 8 on the right side, and then we'll pause, regroup, and do 8 on the left. So it sounds like a lot, and it is quite a few, so make sure that you are spotting, that you're looking at where you're facing, so that way you don't get dizzy, and also make sure you keep your core engaged. For your arms, they will be exactly like our chaîné arms, where they open up and close to first. So if I do a soutenu, my arm is going to open, and as my feet cross, my arms will come to first, yeah? And then as that foot opens up, so do my arms. And then as I cross, my arms close. So your arms are just opening and closing, opening and closing. So let's give it a try, starting on that right side. And we'll begin with our right foot in front and our arms here in a nice third position. Here we go. 7, 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 5, 6, soutenu, 8, and here's 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep those legs straight, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, 6, 7, 8. Good, let's give it a try on the left. 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Halfway there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 6, 7, 8. Plie to finish. All right, we're going to move into our choreography. We're going to begin by reviewing what we learned last week. So let's go ahead and start in that back left-hand corner of our room with our right foot behind in a B plus and arms down on ba. So we start by holding those first 8 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we ballet walk to the front of our space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ending with our right foot front in fit. Then we have plie 1, 2, susu 3, 4, beret turn 5, 6, 7, 8. Then chaîné turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stepping on that right leg into an arabesque. 5, 6. Closing in 5th, 7, and 8. Then we have our pas de bourrées going over towards that left side with our right foot behind. So we step back, side, front, coupe, back, side, front, coupe. And that was where we ended last time. So let's give that a quick try with music, and then we'll add on the next step. Holding, 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, plie, sous-sus, and bourrée, turn, chaîné, turn, arabesque, close fit, pas de bourrée, pas de bourrée. So we finished that beginning piece of choreography with 2 pas de bourrées. So we went back, side, front, coupe, back, side, front, coupe. So the next step after that, we're going to pretend like we're going to do an additional pas de bourrée, except we're only going to do the first 2 steps of it. So the first 2 steps of a pas de bourrée would be us stepping back and side, and then we're going to take this right foot and we're going to bring it into 5th and plie. Yeah? So instead of doing a full pas de bourrée, we just step back, side, and plie 5th. Yeah? So that's on 3, 4. Then from here, we're going to slide this right foot front through our plie. So what I mean by that is we're going to keep our knees bent, and we're going to push that right foot forward, put some weight on it, and extend or straighten both legs and point that left foot on 5, 6, and then close the left foot into 5th, 7, 8. Yeah? So let's do that part again. So we just finished those 2 pas de bourrées. We step back, side, plie 5th. We push that right foot front and close 5th. So we slid forward just a little bit. So let's add in our arms. So we had our 2 pas de bourrées going back, side, front, coupe, back, side, front, coupe. We step back, side, plie 5th. And as we push forward, we're going to move our arms into a nice open 4th position with our left arm above our head and the right arm to the side on 5, 6. And then they close down as that left foot slides into 5th, 7, 8. So let's give that a try with our arms, and then we'll try it with music. So we just did those 2 pas de bourrées, stepping back, side, front, coupe, back, side, front, coupe. Here's our new part. We step, step, plie 5th, push front, and close 5th. Let's give that a try from the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, walk. 5, 6, 7, and plie. Sous-sus. Bourrée, turn. Chaîné, turn. Arabesque, close 5th. Pas de bourrée, coupe. Pas de bourrée, coupe. Step, step, close 5th. Push front and close. All right, so after we push through on 5, 6, close 7, 8, you should end with your right foot in front in a 5th. So our next 8 count, we're going to do 2 plie passes. So passe means passed, and that's the position where we bring the foot up to the knee, slide it down, up to the knee, slide it down. So those are passes because they pass by the knee. We're going to do 2 of those with a plie before each one, and we will come to a releve. So just look at our feet for right now. I'm going to place my hands on my hips as we do this. We're going to have plie and take that right foot up to the knee, slide it down, and plie. Then our left foot up to the knee, slide it down, plie. We have 4 counts to do each one. So we plie passe 1, 2, close at 3, 4, left foot 5, 6, close at 7, 8. Notice each one closed to the back. So we want to make sure that that right foot, as it comes up to passe and we slide it down, we want to close it behind. That way our left foot is ready to come to the passe as well and closes behind with the right foot in front. So let's try that again, and then we'll add in our arms. So we just finished that push through on 5, 6. We closed 7 and 8. Then we have right foot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our arms, we're going to present our right arm and our left arm as we do each passe. So we'll have our arms in first because we just closed them into fifth. We'll have, starting with that right arm, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll stay there. Then that left arm, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's give that a try from those pas de bourrées. So let's pretend we just did that chaîné turn in the beginning, stepped arabesque and closed fifth. Now we have our pas de bourrées, and we step back, side, front, coupe, back, side, front, coupe. Here's our new choreography. Back, side, plie fifth, push it front, and close. Now passe right, and a close, left, and a close. Good, let's give that a try with music. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk. 5, 6, 7, plie, sous-sus, and bourrée turn, chaîné turn, arabesque, close fifth. Pas de bourrée coupe, pas de bourrée coupe, step, step, close fifth, push through and close. Passe to the right, passe to the left. Good, let's learn the next 8 count. Our next 8 count is going to be a new step known as a pirouette. So a pirouette begins in fifth with the right foot front, and it's those turns that you see ballerinas do in the center with their foot in a passe or a retiré. So this is more of an advanced step, so do be careful as you're doing this, especially if you're on a slippery floor like tile or hardwood. So we're going to begin with our feet in fifth, and we're going to start off with some familiar steps like a tendu. So I'm going to start right foot front. I'm going to tendu it out to the side on 1, 2. And then I'm going to do like a little rond de jambe, like you know, round it out to the back. And now I'm going to plie and put that foot on the floor. So it was pointed. And then I'm going to plie and put that heel on the floor in a 4th position. And this is your preparation for the pirouette. So let's do that preparation again. We began in fifth with the right foot front. We had tendu 1, 2, bring it to the back and plie 3, 4, and that's our preparation. So from here, we're going to do the actual turn. We're going to do this pirouette on the right side, which means we're going to take that right foot and bring it up to passe, and we're going to be spinning on that left foot. Yeah, so we're just going to do a single turn, meaning there's only one rotation. And we're going to keep our foot in a passe. So let's give it a try. We have right foot in front. We tendu 1, 2, bring it around and plie 3, 4. Now from here, I'm going to turn my body, and as I do, bring that foot up to a passe on 5, 6. So my foot is up, and then I'm going to close it to the back and plie 7, 8. Yeah. So it's kind of tricky to do without your arms. So let's go ahead and add in our arms. So we just finished our passes going to the right and to the left. And then as we have our tendu, they're going to stay there, tendu 1, 2. And then as we bring that foot around 3, 4 and plie, we're going to take our right arm in front. So I'm in a 3rd position. And then for the actual turn on 5, 6, we're going to take the left arm into first, and it's going to come there very rapidly as we pick that right foot into our passe. So you're going to turn 5, 6, and then slide that foot down to the back and plie 7, 8. Okay, so let's put all that together and try it again. So we had our arms out because we just did our passe right and left. Then we have tendu 1, 2, prepare 3, 4, turn 5, 6, close to the back and plie 7, 8. And that's our next 8 count. So let's go back to today's new choreography from those pas de bourrées. So we just pretend that we went pas de bourrée right, pas de bourrée left. We step right, left, plie 5th, push front, and close. Then from here we have plie passe to the right, passe to the left, then tendu, prepare, pirouette, close 5th. And that's our next 8 count. So let's try that from the top with counts, and then we'll try it all together with music. So we come from the back and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, plie. Sous-sus, and bourrée, turn. Chaîné, turn, arabesque, close fifth. Then step back, side, front, step, step, close fifth, push forward and close. Then passe to the right, passe to the left, then tendu, rond de jambe, pirouette, and close fifth. Good. Let's give that a try with our music. Holding, 6, 7, 8, and walk. 5, 6, 7, and plie. Sous-sus, bourrée, turn. Chaîné, turn, arabesque, close fifth. Back, side, front. Back, side, front. Step, step, plie. Push front and close fifth. Passe to the right. Passe to the left and tendu. Plie, pirouette. All right, only one more 8 count to learn for today, and then we will be done with our choreography for this week. So we just finished our pirouette, so we should end here with the left foot front and our arms in first. Now here, we're going to insert 2 glissade jetés, just like we worked on earlier. So we're already prepared with our right foot back, and we're gonna leave our arms in first, and we're gonna have glissade jeté, and then repeat it on the left. Glissade, jeté. And that is the rest of your choreography for today. So your counts will be glissade 1, 2, jeté 3, 4, then again on the left, 5, 6, jeté 7, 8. And that's where we will stop for today. So let's try all of our new choreography from those pas de bras together, and then we'll try it all from the top with music. So we just did our 2 pas de bras right and left, and we have our half one stepping back, side, close fifth, push it forward and close. Then we have passe right, passe left, tendu, plie, pirouette, close back. Then glissade jeté and glissade jeté. Good. Let's try that all together from the top with music. Holding, 5, 6, 7, 8, walk. 5, 6, 7, and plie. Sous-sus, bourrée, turn. Chaîné, turn, arabesque, close fifth, and a back, side, front, step, step, plie, push front, and close. Passe to the right, passe to the left, tendu, rond de jambe, pirouette. Here's our glissade, glissade, jeté, glissade, jeté. Good. Let's try that one more time from the top. Holding, 5, 6, 7, 8, walk. 5, 6, 7, and plie. Sous-sus, bourrée, turn. Chaîné, turn, arabesque, close fifth. Pas de bourrée coupé, pas de bourrée coupé. Step, step, plie. Oh, and close fifth. Right side passe, left side passe, tendu, plie, pirouette. Here's our jeté, glissade, jeté, glissade, jeté. All right, excellent job. Feel free to go back and repeat the combination if you need to keep practicing it to feel more comfortable. But otherwise, we will end there for today. Thank you all so much for being here. Remember to take a few minutes to stretch, get some water, and make sure that you really stretch out those hamstrings, your core, your hips, so that way you get the full benefit of the class and you aren't so sore. So thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week.